kind of talk about that going into high school and possibly before that, and kind of where the background starts track and field wise.
So track and field actually was something that I just did for fun because my friends did it. I was actually a gymnast for 10 years of my life, and I quit right before high school. And then leading into that, I just kind of joined because I wanted to be around my friends that all did track, and also because my family has a little bit of background in track and field, more so on the cross-country aspect.
Kind of going back to the gymnastic background, I'm sure that had a huge effect on athletically going into track and field, especially in the jumps and in the sprints.
It did, honestly. I think a lot of my form, which isn't honestly the best, comes from my gymnastics background, but because of that training and consistency over the years, that kind of just makes jumping and hurdling and sprinting come natural. Just starting off with freshman year, I wasn't really expecting to win. It was just something I was like, oh, okay, here I go. This is gonna be fun. I know my teammates have hyped up Max as much, and I feel like that right there, winning that indoor, kind of set that mindset and culture I don't want to lose. Now that I've been at the top, I have to work my butt off to stay there. And that's honestly just been a really motivator, setting the bar really high and just wanting to continue to be the same athlete that I was freshman year. If not the same athlete, then better.
Well, let's talk about as a team in the past couple of years. Obviously, on the women's side specifically, you guys have been excellent, winning both indoor and outdoor last year, doing the same 2 years ago, back-to-back sweeps in the track and field side of things. How much pride do you take in that? Obviously, a very individual sport, but as a team, seeing it all come together, how much pride do you take in that?
I honestly take so much pride because freshman year, we didn't win indoor or outdoor. Of course, I won individually and that felt great, but it means even more knowing that my teammates also have something to celebrate and my coaches get to celebrate everyone and not just me individually. And honestly, that makes it much more of a winning culture and feels like a family bond that we all get to kind of celebrate together.
It might kind of be a little bittersweet in a way, kind of feel it a little bit more. It probably hasn't got fully real yet, but kind of touch on that, the emotions going into this fourth year and kind of keeping the standards that we've talked about and all that.
Going into this last year, I'm honestly really excited, but also a little bit nervous because, again, I've continued to have the success throughout my career here, and I want to do the best I can and do something new. I have goals beyond just even winning Max. I want to make it to NCAA regionals and hopefully maybe even farther than that. I'm honestly just really excited to see not only what I have in store for myself, but also what my teammates have in store too, because they motivate me at the end of the day, and also the coaches here. It's really great to see what they can do for me on and off the track, and I'm excited to just live out my last ride.
The first starting point is surprises are always nice. We knew Mariah was going to be a great triple jumper. That was really where she excelled in high school. Where she's gotten to in the hurdles, the dash, and the long jump, I think even she would agree it's exceeded probably what the expectations were by quite a bit from when she got here. But once you have a kid that's as special as her, your big fear or responsibility as a coach is making sure you live up to getting them to the places they're trying to get to too. So it's a lot of fun. I think with that comes, you know, good expectations, but definitely expectations, and you want to make sure that you're doing right by them to get them to all the places they're trying to get to as well.
Multiple-time triple jump champion in the MAC, multiple-time long jump champion, doing it in the hurdles, doing it in the sprints. Kind of touch on how cool that is from your perspective to see a kid who comes in, you expect to be good in one area and excels in 3 different areas.
The best things you have as coaches are those kids that when the lights go on, like they show up, and that's Mariah. Like when the moment matters, she rises to the occasion, whatever the occasion is. And that's really been the story from the start of her career, is like when it matters most, that kid shows up. And it's really comforting as a coach, honestly, because you get to a point where like you're never not nervous, but you're less nervous, right? You know, I know last year, she probably won't enjoy this story a ton, but last year she had 2 fouls indoors in the triple jump and was really frustrated. And I briefly just ran up to her and kind of reminded her of who she is, and she went out and won it on her next jump, right? Yeah. She could have fouled out of the meet. We were like, let's back up a little bit, let's be safe, and she wins it on the next jump. As coaches and as recruiters, that's always what you're looking for, is the person that, when it matters, they're who they're supposed to be. It matters more to them in big moments, but they also have an ability to rise above the tension and the nervousness of that and be their best self when we need them to be that and when the team needs them to be that. And so I think, honestly, if you ask me Mariah's greatest quality, her greatest quality is big meet performance.